Welcome back, True Seeker. Sunday, December 9th, 2018. Last weekend, one of the top news stories in the world was the vandalism caused at the Arc de Triomphe in Paris, France, due to the protests by the Yellow Vests or the Yellow Jackets. It was pointed out by someone who follows my work that this vandalism came 66,600 days after the inauguration for this monument, which is a tribute to the people who fought in the French Revolution and the Napoleonic Wars. So I had to check this out and see if it was true, and it absolutely was. And then I unlocked the deeper riddle, which is what I'm going to share with you here. Why 66,600 days later? So here it is, the inauguration day for the monument, July 29th, 1836. With regards to that year 36, don't forget that 666 is the 36th triangular number. That means if you add 1 through 36 together, it equals 666. But here it is, from July 29th, 1836 to December 1st, 2018, the date of the vandalism, last Saturday, 66,600 days. And what's interesting is the monument name in English has a numerical value of 216. 216 is the product of multiplying 6 times 6 times 6 together. If you've ever seen the film Pi, which is about a man chasing a numerical pattern, a film where this language of letters and numbers is introduced along with Kabbalah, the number he's chasing throughout that film is 216. So the monument has gematria that corresponds with the number 666, which is clearly seen in the distance in days, 66,600. Now, 666 is the number of the beast, and the word beast has gematria 47, as does the nation France, which is a nation with a very Masonic history. The Masonic logo is the capital G with the compass and square, instruments of geometry, instruments of mathematics. The compass is set at 47 degrees as a tribute to the 47th problem of Euclid about how to establish foundation for a structure. The word foundation has gematria 47. With regards to France and Freemasonry, the city in the United States of America, the nation founded by Masons, its capital is DC, and it was designed by the French Freemason L'Enfant. The letters DC are 47 and not by accident. Everything in DC is 47. Government equals 47, authority 47, White House 47, president 47, Republican 47, Democrat 47. The sitting president is Trump. Trump equals 47. The last president took office at age 47. It's been a 47 show since the day the cornerstone was laid on a date with 47 numerology. So anyway, very special number to the Freemasons. In this case, it also connects to the word beast, and 666 is the number of the beast. The English translations of the Bible have the Masonic fingerprints all over them. 47 is a special number in the Bible as well. The word Christian is 47. It's the Christian section of the Bible which teaches about calculating the number of the beast, 666. And with regards to this monument being vandalized, which is a giant arch, it also reminds of the Masonic Royal Arch. And Royal Arch has that gematria 47 as well. This monument, it's very close to the Louvre. There's an urban legend that the Louvre has 666 panes of glass. Well, it might really have 666 panes of glass, but it's been dismissed as an urban legend. Supposedly, it really has 673. Again, the monument, it's in tribute to the French Revolution. And the French Revolution, it's celebrated, or the victory of the French Revolution, celebrated every year on July 14th, 14/7. Freemason has gematria of 147. If you recall, there was the Bastille Day attack not long ago on this day. Used to have several videos dedicated to it that had many views. That channel was deleted. You can now read about those events in my book, Letters and Numbers, what really went down that day. Also noteworthy, Bastille Day, the name of that celebration on July 14th, Bastille Day, it has the Gematria of 187 like Paris, France. And recall, 187 is very relevant to the day this protest began, November 17th. The prime factors of 187 are 11 and 17, like the 11th month, the 17th day. It was also pointed out to me that the number 1117 is the 187th prime. And in the US, we write that date November 17th, 11/17. So 187 has two connections to these numbers 11 and 17. And again, Paris, France, also 187. So is ancient accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, which has its headquarters in DC. For North America, and which has its longest history in Paris, France. Society of Jesus also has its history in France. Their Gematria 187, a lot of overlap with the Jesuits and the Scottish Rite. Their motto for the Jesuits is the same motto for the 32nd degree of the Scottish Rite. The police are controlled by Masonry worldwide. They're front and center in these protests. They're front and center in every protest. And notice, whenever there's a protest by people of injustice, who do the police protect? They protect the authority. They protect the cabal. Fraternal Order of Police, 187. So coming back to this riddle with 666, coming back to this riddle here, 666, it's the number we're focused on. I'm going to show you why the date December 1st was so perfect for this vandalism. First, November 17th, 2018, the day the protest began, it was a date that had numerology of 66. In a prior video, I talked about how the date also had 46 numerology, which is true, and chaos equals 46, as does the Masonic motto, Ordo ab Chao, which means order out of chaos. But with regards to the 66 date numerology, 666 is the number of the beast, and the phrase number of the beast equals 66. Like the numerology of the start date for the protest. The verse Revelation 13:18 begins, "Here is wisdom." That first sentence, 66. Revelation is the 66th book of the Bible. Notice this headline here, "Shock and attack on Paris Arc de Triomphe during Yellow Vest protest." And they emphasize Yellow Vest, which has Gematria 49. When you write out 66, it equals 49. When you write out Revelation, it equals 49. Revelation, the 66th book of the Bible. Revelation also has Gematria of 121, and this vandalism happened on the date December 1st, 12/1, like 121. 121, if you want to get mathematical, has a square root of 11, and when you add 1 through 11 together, it equals 66. 66. 66 is the 11th triangular number. 121, the square root is 11. With regards to 49, coming back to that number for a moment, again, the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry. This is what we've talked about in earlier posts. They got their long history in France. Yellow Vest also has this Gematria of 158, like Freemasonry. And whenever I see 158, I think about the Jesuit formation date, August 15th, or 15/8, which happened in Paris. Same place the protests are going on. 15/8, like 158. What else is interesting about Yellow Vest? In case you're new here, there's 4 base ciphers. I taught this in the first video I did on this playlist, which will be linked in the top left corner at the end of this. This playlist for this protest that's going on right now by the numbers. But Yellow Vest also has this Gematria of 112. Reminds that the Jesuits operate in 112 nations, and the date December 1st, the way it's written in France, is 1/12, like 112. So the date, multiple meanings, the Jesuits, the Masons within the Catholic Church. And think about it. Who would know this code better than the Catholic Church, who's responsible for the versions of the edited Bibles we have? The left out books, the altered books. With regards to Washington, D.C. in the United States, again, Scottish Rite's headquartered there. It used to be the Catholic colony, which is why it's between Virginia and Maryland, like Virgin Mary. And just for a little bit more information on the monument, It was established on a date with 72 numerology in the year 36. Look at the name of the monument in the reduction-based cipher, 7272. Paris is also 72 and 36. And I just knew that a lot of people would point out that the Louvre also has 666 panes of glass, something that's brought up a lot when I talk about the number. I believe in the Da Vinci Code, it makes this point. But supposedly the museums come out and said, no, it's not really 666 panes, but that was once put in an older pamphlet. It's really 672 or 3. So hard to know what the truth is, but this number is absolutely relevant. It's used in riddles again and again. Here's another example, you know. And when you learn this code, you'll see how it comes up again and again throughout history, you know. With regards to Freemasonry and 666, it's well known that NASA is controlled by Freemasonry. It's not a secret. It's not a rumor or a lie or some conspiracy theory, tinfoil hat thing. It's just a fact. The headquarters for Freemasonry in DC even has a shrine talking about this. And I'll just show you something about NASA's full name. NASA stands for National Aeronautics of Space Administration. Now, last year, a NASA astronaut set the record with 666 days in space. And what do you think that this full title equals? Guess 666, you're right. 666. And again, the 4 base ciphers, the far left is the alphabetic order. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, up to Z is 26. The next cipher is the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. So A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. When you get to the 10th letter J, you take the numerology of 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. You make each letter a single-digit number until you get to Z, the 26th letter, which becomes 2 plus 6 is 8 in this cipher. You see that? Then this cipher here is the reverse alphabetic order. Z is 1, back to A is 26. And then the last cipher is just that reverse order with the rules of numerology. So very intuitive ciphers. You learn all 4. You can see what's really going on in this world. Again, English, the language of the New World Order. For all the French-speaking people who are saying, why not do this in French? It's because your language isn't the language of the world. English is, and not by accident. They built this language to carry out their rituals for their world domination agenda, which came out of Europe. No, which came out of France, the UK, spread across the world. So in just a moment, I will link the playlist in this top left corner. You should be able to click it and watch the first 2 videos I put out. A whole lot more important information. I'd cover it again, but I don't want to be redundant. So we'll leave it there, Truth Seeker. Until next time.